Ezekiel, I have an idea.
What's your idea, DJ?
My idea is a world, or maybe not the whole world, but a part of it is this icy wasteland that people are exploring. And I don't know exactly how it's going to be, but I had this idea of like these giant whales or other types of sea creatures that live under the ice and they break through the ice randomly because, whales need air
There's like
because they're
kaiju.
mammals. So they break through the ice and then they breathe and then they go back down and then the ice freezes over again. And it's just this constant cycle of them coming up and breaking through the ice and then going back down.
So like kaiju. Like we're thinking like these massive monster fish that can crack through the ice.
Sure.
Take a breath.
Yeah.
You're like the whales.
Yeah.
We can go with
You
whales.
understand?
We can go with whales. All right. Okay. So this is what I'm imagining. And I want to make sure this is true to your vision. A landscape, and it's just tundra. It's pure ice and cold and snow, and it's just nothing but blistering winds. And on this ice, there are people. There's villages. But like everything's ice. I'm actually imagining a more of like a very aggressive landscape to where like there's icicles, not icicles. What are they called? Basically, there's like mountains that are made out of ice, and there's like they're like curved in weird ways and stuff. It's a lot more gnarly. Like someone's taken and just ripped up the ice multiple times. Like the ice isn't flat. What I'm trying to say, it's like been cracked hundreds of times, and then it freezes in the new, like, orientation that it's in. Is that is that does that align to your vision?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so sometimes
It
we'll
makes the
yeah, what you got?
it makes it very difficult to traverse across.
Makes it very difficult to traverse across. And so I'm also imagining that in some of these like massive icebergs kind of things, or these ice like caps, that people have drilled inside of them and built like homes and stuff. And so there's like ice cities. And then also I'm also thinking, what do you think about this idea? Also, do you like the ice city idea where people are building houses out of ice because that's like the only building?
I like it.
Awesome.
I'm thinking there are like mountains or something, or maybe it's just where the ocean below the ice is shallow, so that the creatures don't break through the ice where the houses are.
Oh, I
And
was
then
I was thinking that I thought it was always a danger that like the people are not only having to live on ice, but at any moment on any day, a massive sea creature, this whale, this ice whale, can just like break through underneath their homes and just crack everything, and they all fall into the water. Like something like
oh wow, you're thinking super super dangerous like that. We can do that. That makes it a lot more intriguing.
I just didn't know what
I
you would
like it.
think about that. Like at any moment, you could be sleeping in your ice bed, in your ice home, and
Well,
then
they'd have to have patrols. They'd have to have these towns or whatever would have to have people constantly watching for whales.
how do they watch for whales when they're on top of the ice and the whales are underneath?
That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. They drill holes in the ice all the way through, and then they stick periscopes into the hole, and then they can look into the water all around to see if there are any whales around. And also, They would the whales be able to break through in one hit, or would it take them multiple hits to
So
break through the ice?
I was gonna ask I was thinking no, but my next question was how thick is the ice? In maybe it varies.
Well, it's thick enough to build houses in, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, what are we thinking? Like a half a
Maybe
mile?
that's the deal. They it the people built their houses where the ice is the thickest,
Mm-hmm.
so that way, when the whales come and they start smashing against the ice, they'll still have
Time.
they'll still have time to get out
So
before they break through the ice.
maybe it's like this.
I was thinking it'd probably be like 50 to 100 feet.
Okay. Um, so it would be more like you're laying in your bed and you hear zoop, ooh, and then you hear a giant crack. And you hear zoop,
And
and
then
you hear a
everything
crack
shakes.
and everything shakes. And like you open your eyes in your house, there's like these cracks starting to like form in the walls and in the roof and in the floor. And you're zoop, ooh, and it just starts the cracks start to spread in the entire like iceberg that you've built your house in, or this ice pillar, or it's just starting to crumble. And so everybody's trying to get out as fast as they can before the ice breaks. I also I didn't know about scale, and so I want to run over scale with you real quick. Um, I guess before, so if it's like 100 to 150 feet, I guess in my mind, I was thinking that this is like this land. There's like it's like an ice sheath, and then underneath is like this massive ocean. And when I say like massive, like the ice sheath is like a mile, like thick, like thousands of feet thick. But then like the whales are so colossal that when they break through the top of the ice, it's like they take out hundreds of miles worth of ice. But is that too? That's probably too big, right? That's too big.
That's a lot bigger than what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's pretty big. So,
Yeah, that is very, very big.
but do we like the idea or no? Because we can erase it. We can get rid of it. I'm perfectly fine with going back and doing more
Uh,
realistic.
yeah, probably keep it smaller. Like we can do bigger than what I was thinking, somewhere in the middle of what you were thinking, what I was thinking, but
We'll do
I don't.
151 feet. It'd be perfect.
Okay.
I'm
That would be exactly what we need it to be.
All right. So that's just for scale in our minds and stuff. So the whales are massive though. Like they're cracking through this ice below.
Yes.
I put us on a tangent. I apologize about that. Um how long do you think
And they have these giant, um, almost like horns on the front of their
Mhm.
heads, faces, or whatever,
Like a
whatever it's
narwhal.
called for a whale,
Like a narwhal.
so that they can break through. Not quite like a narwhal.
Yeah, like a rhino.
Um, I was thinking more like more coverage and less pointy.
Like a giant
More
battering
like a
ram.
kind of how a yeah, like how a board, the front of the board is super tough and thick and stuff, and then also it has the tusks.
Maybe their
But I was
skeleton,
thinking
the
less
whale's
tusks.
skull like forms outside and like into this giant like ram type object. What do we think? Does that is that true to your vision?
Uh, I don't. I mean, the ram, yes. I don't know what you mean by this
Oh, the skull.
skull forms outside.
No,
And
I don't know. It was just in my mind. I was trying to describe what I was seeing. Okay. So, keep going.
oh, it's just so that they can break through. They have a mechanism so that they can break through the ice without hurting themselves.
Nice. So in this massive plane, what if the scale of the creatures underneath the water, like there's a bunch of them that are different. Like a little whale, it'll take longer for it to break through the ice. But sometimes, unluckily, there's like these bigger whales and they only take 1 to 2 hits before they just break through the ice. And so as you're like sleeping in your ice bed, you hear boom, and then your entire house just shatters and people are running and people are screaming, and the next boom you hear is just a crack as like the floor of the ice breaks and flies into the air. But the air is so cold it's already like trying to refreeze, but then the head of this massive whale comes out and then drops, cracking more ice. It takes a big breath in. How long do they stay on the surface?
I don't know how long do regular whales stay on the surface.
I don't know. Do you think they like the whale comes up and takes one big breath like and then goes back underneath? Or does he like camp there for a bit?
It's probably not long, like a minute, 45 seconds, something like that.
Nice.
Like jumps out of the water
So it doesn't give the time for the
maybe
people
once or twice or 3 times.
to try to kill it. That's what I'm wondering. It's like how much time does the whale give the people to try to capture it?
No, they don't have time for that. But even if they did, they probably wouldn't. I was thinking that whales travel in pods,
Oh
so
no.
they probably all are gonna break through in the same place. And I was thinking they're probably gonna look for the ice that's the thinnest,
Mm-hmm.
so it would be easiest to break through.
Yeah.
Which, where the ice is the thinnest, is where the people drill into the ice to make their homes.
Wait,
So
the people
it
are living where the
becomes
ice is the thinnest? That's not good.
no, the people drill into the ice, which makes it thinner.
Oh, yes. Are they drilling into the ice?
And the whales can sense that.
Are they drilling into the ice to make it to where
The
it's
whales
easier?
choose those places
Yeah.
to break through.
So that means in this world between cities or between towns and between villages, there are these thin spots of ice that are like danger zones. That if you're having to travel in between a city and you cross through one of these these ice plains, not even ice plains, because I want the whole place to kind of be a little jaggedy and stuff, and I have an idea for that. But you don't want to go to these areas where the ice is thin.
Right.
Also, I was thinking maybe that they have created because the outside on top, the ice is all jagged and like broken and shattered because there's over the years of whales kind of breaking ice. Um, or the creatures underneath that break the ice. What if they have drilled underneath the ice floor and created these tunnels and these kind of these subway type travel areas?
Mm,
What do we think about
I
that?
like that. That's pretty good.
And all I have to do to drill is melt the ice. So maybe there's like these sub ice living areas. Like you can actually live below the ice, like in these massive ice tunnels that people have created. But even then, they like
And
have
sometimes,
to worry about. Oh, go for it. Go for it.
you're just traveling along in these ice tunnels, and you come to a spot that's been broken through by the whales, and the tunnel's flooding, or at least freezing over because water gets in it, and it starts to all the hard workers. You have to reform the tunnel, something that takes constant maintenance.
All right, DJ. I have an idea. I want to run it by you.
Good idea.
What if in this world that we're building, once a year, the clouds break, the temperature rises The sun comes out and it begins to melt the ice. Ooh, I actually have a better idea. What if the sun during a certain time of the year can a beam of light from the sun can so whenever a cloud breaks, it lets the light through, but that light from the sun is so intense that it acts like a laser and cuts a line through the ice. Like you're laser cutting something. Okay. And then also during this season, so like the clouds are thinner, and so they're breaking and then reforming and breaking and reforming. Otherwise, the clouds are always this protective blanket, keeping like the sun in this world is very aggressive, and the light from the sun would just instantly melt you because of how aggressive it is. But the cloud cover is so thick that it keeps the light out, but it still is very bright outside. So, what I'm trying to get with this, the sun, it randomly cuts laser lines through this massive ice shelf. And then after that season, the world begins to tilt and it causes a storm, or actually, just causes this massive storm. And this ice sheet is technically just floating above this massive ocean. And so since it's all broken up, like these massive waves at like the border of this ice sheet begins to toss and turn, and all of the ice pieces, the ice basically turns into pieces, and they all get thrown around. Basically, I'm just trying to think like this massive mega storm that happens once a year. And then after the storm passes, all the ice refreezes in a new geometry and new landscape and new everything. And so it would create like these crazy, like where one entire ice sheet had been turned on its side and froze like sideways onto another ice sheet, creating like an ice mountain. And some like ice breaks apart and then reforms in like a V, and then it sinks down in the water, and then it reforms into like a valley, and it creates like this ice landscape. What do you think about all of that?
Sounds like a very chaotic place.
Yes, yes, yes. It's a very aggressive world to live in.
Seems that way.
So on top on top of the whales trying to break through the cities from below, during this time of year, they're actually scared that the clouds are going to open up and let the sun shine down and just cut a laser line through a city or through. What do you think? What's your ideas? What's your thought on everything I've said thus far? You can also scrap it if you and remake it, make it better.
No, I think that's just adds to the danger of the place of the land. Um, I don't know if it's necessary, but it adds some level of shifting landscape, and it means that these people who are living here can't ever really settle down. They can't ever build a civilization because everything just gets destroyed once a year,
Everything just gets destroyed.
which would be very discouraging and not very good for the children because, like, oh, we built this house, but regardless of if no whale breaks through it, it's going to be destroyed in a year.
So, what if these people have created some sort of like heat technology, and it allows them to carve through the ice very effectively, and allows them to carve homes and tunnels and create these little ports in the ice to make it where it's like more breakable for the whales, so they go to those areas instead of their home areas. Like they have like a fire technology or a heat technology. What's your idea on that? What if they have superpowers?
Yeah.
What if they're
They have this drill, this ice drill that they use to drill things out. It's like their most prized possession because it makes everything a lot easier.
What if they're
It's like their bread and butter and saving grace all rolled into one.
yeah. So no on the fire people.
Yeah, no fire people.
No fire people. Okay, okay. They have like the
I
special.
was thinking, however, that there might be a sub aquatic species that uses the whales to, like, they hang out on the whales and then the whales break through the ice and then they jump off the whales,
And they
go attack the people who are living in the ice,
plunder
loot all their stuff, jump back on the whales, and then as the whales swim away, then they're stealing all the stuff. And it's like a, heist. They're like raiders or marauders. They're just jumping out of the ice, stealing the stuff, jumping back in, and then going back to the bottom of the ocean where they live or whatever.
So I have a couple questions. Are these
I have another idea.
Oh, sweet. I want you to hit your
What
other.
if they don't live at the bottom of the ocean and they live on the other side of the ice,
They live
upside down?
the upside down part of the ice? That's
Yes.
crazy. Okay. Okay. I still have. Okay, I got a question. These people,
Okay, sure.
they have a level of advancement because they have these fire machines and stuff that lets them carve through the fire. So are the people who live on the other side of the ice, like the upside down, in the water with the whales, are they super advanced people and they're wearing like these aquatic underwater suits, or are they another species, a humanoid race?
I was thinking there was some sort of subaquatic species, submariner species
They're a
that
subaquatic
can breathe underwater,
mammal
and
nation.
like Atlantis type stuff,
Yeah.
or at least the common mythical Atlantis of it being underwater and all that. And then when they come out of the water, like fish, they have to hold their hold their breath, so that they can't spend that much time out of water or they'll die.
They'll drown, or whatever opposite of drowning is. They'll breathe. And when they breathe, they'll die.
They'll suffocate because they can't breathe.
Breathe.
And I was thinking maybe since the water is probably a lot colder than the air is,
Yeah.
they would also be at risk of having heat induced problems like a heat stroke or something. Because it's all really cold for the people, but for them, the air is like 10 times hotter or something like that.
I love it. I'm trying to think of some things that are popping into my head. So just to recap, we have these subaquatic mammals of action, people, and they come from a underground or a like an Atlantis type place, right?
Yeah.
What if there was a group of I might be skipping steps here. We can actually run this back. What if there was a subnautical exploratory group and their sole mission was to find Atlantis? But every time they do, they go down like in these submarines. They either get eaten or they get attacked by these subaquatic people or they get lost and they just can't surface. Because once you go under the water,
Okay.
you can never
I
come back out.
have an idea for that.
Okay.
All right. So here's my thought. This planet is a number 2 planet. So it's not a planet that naturally has these people on it.
Okay.
Basically, this planet was discovered, and then the people who discovered it sent this giant ship that doubles as a city.
Okay.
And it lands on the surface and it installs itself into the surface. And then all of the people go out from the city. And so they're exploring the planet, cataloging the planet, trying to figure out what the planet is, what it has, what it can be used for, yada, yada, yada. Life that's on it, all that kind of stuff. So they're trying to search the ocean underneath the ice. They're trying to search the ice. They're trying to find everything and anything. They're trying to map the whole planet, basically, which is increasingly difficult because they keep running into new problems. So the ship, the city, was established sometime in the past, and so they've sent out explorers and they've gotten lost, and they've established these little villages throughout the ice trying to find their way back to the city.
Oh, dang.
The planet's natural inhabitants are the subaquatic
The people that live under the eye.
people. Yes. And I thought it would be funny if their main city was like right underneath the ship city,
Yeah.
because then they'd be looking for these people and they were right under their noses the whole time.
Ooh, I know why they can't find the ship city. Actually, I'll get on that in just a second. So what I'm imagining here is a world that's like, and tell me this if you like this, or we can change this. We can do anything we want. It's like a gas planet per se, or like there's thick clouds all around this world, and then only in that time of year where the clouds start to part does the world get bombarded by this aggressive rays of sunlight that carve furrows through the ice. But due to the carving furrows through the ice, where the ship city that landed on the ice and built a city, that piece of ice flipped and is now under the water. And that's why nobody can find it. What do you think about that? Or we could have it lost in the storm, in the forever storm. We could make a forever storm.
But the people that are on it know where it is.
Yeah. They just can't get out. Or can they get out? And they're the people that are looking for it.
They can get out because they're still looking for stuff. They're still searching.
Yeah.
They're still cataloging. And
they're looking for Atlantis, but Atlantis is on the other side of them, and they've never looked down.
Yeah.
Ice Atlantis.
Something like that.
We'll call it Icelantis. Icelantis. That's right. We'll call it Icelantis. Do the fish people, do the subaquatic mammals of action, do they have superpowers?
The whales?
Or the fish people?
Are you talking about the whales or the people?
The people. I'm talking about the people. I'm sorry.
Okay.
They're not mammals of action.
Do they have superpowers?
Do they have any power that would give them advantage over human? Or are they pretty wonderful?
Yes, they have. They're very strong because they have to exist underwater.
Okay.
They have very they can withstand the pressure of the water crushing down on them. So they have to be
very tough.
Very tough.
Or squishy.
Yeah. And then they can breathe underwater, but they can't breathe in air, which is not really a superpower, but it is a thing. And that's pretty much it.
And are they're not aggressive towards the humans
They
at
can
all.
also swim very quickly.
They can also swim very quickly. So does a human ever
Yep.
go and explore? So let's talk about the cities that are on the upside down, these fish people's towns. Because I'm guessing it's also jagged on the bottom too.
Yes.
It's not just and then because of the aggressive storm that comes and just tears up the land and then it reforms in ice. So they're also having, but maybe they can like build out from the land. And since it's water, or it's more like building down. So maybe their cities like hang down from the ice. What do you think? What are you imagining?
Yeah. That's what I was imagining because it's all underwater, so they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
They don't have to fly by or abide by the laws of gravity in the sense that, and the same way that we do above water, they don't have to because obviously it's different. They can build in 3 dimensions instead of just always having to have an anchor point on the ground.
Cool. What if they have well ports? Like we have ship ports for boats. What if there's whale ports for whales? It's in the name. Whale port.
Mhm.
And the whales come
Well,
and they
I don't know.
everybody get
Would they
real.
train the whales? Because I was thinking they just use the
We'll
whales.
assume the whales do whatever they want
Damn.
with this. Yeah.
Yeah, they just hang out with the whales, and then the whales are breaking through the ice, and they're like, "Oh, here's our chance. Let's go loop some fools," and they go
Maybe
loop them.
maybe they can use the whales similar to how Dune uses the worms.
Oh,
What are we thinking? What are we thinking?
yes,
What if,
exactly. I
what if
like
they
it.
what if
So
they're
then they can
the
scare
shot
them
dude?
into the places
Pronounce that.
that the people are living in the ice, and they can break through the ice that way.
Yes. And so are they aggressive towards the humans?
No, they just want their stuff.
So is that so they're just like we look people are here and they have stuff that's not like our stuff. We want that stuff. Let's go get that stuff.
Yeah, they don't really see humans as, they just look at them as like, oh, they're just some creature that lives on the ice. So they have stuff we want. So we're gonna take their stuff.
So this isn't like a
And
civilized
it's gonna be
culture. They're just like wild things. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
let's
it's
go.
like where the wild things are,
Yep. I've never seen
the
it.
underwater.
But underwater. Um, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something crazy. So to get on a whale, they they guide it. Maybe it takes a lot of them. They all like have to work together to guide this whale, and they guide it towards a city complex that's not near the thin ice. It's near the thick ice. And they drive the whale into the ice, and it cracks the bottom of the ice shelf, but it doesn't break. And so they have to like talk the whale into doing it again. It comes in and it breaks the ice again. It talks in and it breaks the ice again. It breaks and it breaks through. And then they all jump out on top and they all have to hold their breath. And they attack.
Yes, but I was thinking, it, since the whales are traveling in pods,
Oh.
they're probably only going to hit the ice once. So one whale would hit it, crack it, then the next whale would hit it, crack it more. Then, and as the crack gets bigger and bigger, the smaller and smaller whales hit it.
I like it. So they would only tame like the alpha whale, the main whale, the biggest whale.
Yeah, because all the other whales are just gonna follow that whale.
Or they're gonna have a whale of a good time. Um They're gonna have so they crack through the ice and
Okay.
they crack through the ice. So this is what I'm imagining. All of these these fish people, they jump on top of the ice and they're just looking for anything they can grab, or are they looking for stuff that's like particular? This is a question I have. Are they
They're
one?
just grabbing everything they can grab.
What if they grab a person? What if they kidnap? What if they kidnap an innocent person?
Then they'd be like, "Oh, this thing is moving. I don't want this."
This thing's all wiggly and flashy.
Crying and whining and hitting me.
It's like,
I don't want that.
I don't want this thing. I don't. So they want the stuff though. They want any sort of.
Yeah, they want this stuff.
What do they want the stuff for?
But they probably stay away from hot things. So they stay away from the drill and they stay away from people because of people's body heat. They just want the stuff to have the stuff. I mean,
they want to have the
they
stuff.
just
They're a
like
bunch of hoarders. They're a bunch of hoarders. Bunch of fish hoarders. They just have
they
a bunch of
build
stuff.
stuff out of the stuff.
All right, so this is what I'm imagining.
Because this is stuff they can't get. This is material they can't get
Metals.
on their own planet. It's not native to their planet. So they want to steal it.
They want to get the shiny
So they
stuff.
can build stuff.
So they can build, they can do stuff.
Yeah, they can make jewelry and they can do other things with it.
All right, so these fish people are like the equivalent of like a third world tribe that's never ever seen any sort of technology before. Am I getting that right? And like somebody shows up and in like a car or like a plane and they immediately think that these people are like, what am I trying to say? These people are like, they're higher beings, but they don't think they're higher beings. They just want their stuff. Am I getting that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
So, well, now that like repaints the whole picture of what their little villages look like on the bottom part of the ice. I feel like it's made out of everything they found in the ocean, just floating around, or at the bottom of the ocean. What's at the bottom of the ocean, DJ? What
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
And sharks.
Sharks and dinosaurs?
Lasers.
Laser shark dinosaurs?
Laser shark dinosaurs.
The true original species of the world were laser shark dinosaurs. Dinosaur sharks with lasers. And they've been living on this world for centuries and millennia and hundreds of thousands of years, waiting for a spaceship to arrive. And once the spaceship arrives, they will emerge as the superior race. They will capture the spaceship, and they will escape this frozen planet to go and conquer the universe. Laser shark dinosaurs.
Amazing.
That's what's going to happen.
I'd watch that movie.
Let's make that movie right now. Let's do it. Let's do a hard pivot.
Next time. Next time.
Okay.
I can do laser shark dinosaurs next time.
Oh, that was so exciting.
No, I was thinking there are probably these giant fishy lizard thingies that crawl along the bottom.
Let's do laser sharks. And like the fish people have to come down and they take their stuff. And the laser sharks are so angry. Like they have to, I don't know. Okay, we can do
What's the laser shark?
Never mind. Okay, let's do what you were saying. Your thing is more accurate to the world we're building. All right, you were talking about these lizard things. Tell me about the lizard things.
Yeah, these giant lizard things that are underwater that crawl along the bottom. Kind of like that scene in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, where Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn go underwater, and they come into this.
You forgot Jar Jar Binks
thing that tries.
He's the best character in Star Wars. Keep going. Keep going.
And then they come across this giant dinosaur type thing that eats the fish and saves them.
They're laser shark. Okay, yeah.
It's like a giant underwater bronchiosaurus or something.
And he saved, and that thing saves Jar Jar Binks, and he's able to help the two Jedi save the world.
Moving on.
So what you're saying is we need
So
a Jar Jar Binks type
that's
character.
why the people live on the bottom of the ice, because they can't live on the top of the ice, and they can't live at the bottom of the ocean because that's where all the dinosaurs are.
The dinosaur fish.
Yes.
Ancient giant kaiju that want to tear apart every living thing that comes down there. And they hunt whales.
And the whales and the dinosaurs are their natural predators of each other.
They don't like each other at all. Like a sibling rivalry gone too far.
Yeah.
They're
They're trying to eat each other all the time.
Oh, that's aggressive. The whales eat flesh?
Dinosaurs are. Yes.
Interesting. So I wonder if there's like this krill, but the krill are huge, like the size of like 20 feet long. All right, I digress.
And they're giant octosquids.
Giant octosquids that are not the kraken.
Yes.
They're just as big as the kraken.
Yes, they're not the kraken. They had 8 tentacles, and then each tentacle has 8 tentacles coming off of it.
Oh, wow. That's a furry octopus right there.
It's not fur. They're tentacles.
Yeah, but it looks like fur from far away, and it's getting closer to us. I don't think we should be underneath the water right now.
Oh.
DJ, we should leave. It's getting closer. DJ, do you know how to swim?
That would be terrifying.
Because I think we need to swim away. Really fast.
Swimming's not going to do you any good in this water.
What if?
Not unless you're a giant whale that can break through the ice.
All right, that means we must call on a whale, DJ. We're underneath the water. You do your whale song. It'll call a whale, and it'll fight the kraken.
And the whales also like to eat the squawk.
Yes, I say do your whale call, so it'll save us. It's getting closer. Hurry, DJ. Call a whale.
What is this bit you're doing?
I'm doing the squid. You got to do the whale song. Gotta save us.
No. Let's get back on.
All right, we're gonna take ourselves out of the world. Dadgummit, this world is getting crazy, and we're gonna go back to the skull sea. Yes, just keep skull sea. We do not put ourselves in the world. Okay, so whale comes in. All right, so okay, back to what I was saying before. These subaquatic people, their cities are made out of random things they find in the ocean. And so there's like these bones of fish, and there's bones of sharks, and bones of whales, and bones of everything they can find. Because maybe one of the like dinosaur fish down at the bottom of the down at the sea floor, if they die, then like they decompose and their bones float, and they float up to the top of the ice. And these creatures will go and collect the bones and create monoliths and stuff and crazy buildings. Yeah, the bones are so big you can drill them out and live inside of them.
Whoa, those are some pretty big bones.
Those are big bones right there. They're not fat, they're big boned. Okay? They're just big boned fish.
Fish also fat.
Fat. It's not nice. The dinosaur fish are gonna get sad.
They're sensitive.
They're sensitive.
Well, it's a good thing we're not on the bottom of the ocean, so they can't hear us.
That's right. They'll never know. They'll never know we called those dinosaur fish. But we called them. Okay.
Yes,
that's what I'm talking.
Exactly.
So, what's the goal here? What
do you mean?
Does the people, are they just wanting to like explore the planet, the world? And
yeah, the space people, they're just trying to categorize everything and discover everything and see if they can get good stuff from the planet.
Okay. I got the categorization. Okay. First things first. World, dangerous. Too dangerous. We should leave. People underneath the world. Weird, aggressive, eccentric. Good at building stuff. Also dangerous. We should leave. Whales, dangerous. We should leave. Squids, dangerous, we should leave. And there's the dinosaur fish, dangerous, we should leave. Okay, that's all the categories. Do you have any? Did I miss? I could have missed some though. Here, I need you to fill in the categories.
Yes. You also missed the weather.
Oh yeah, dangerous, we should leave.
Okay.
Categorized as dangerous, we should leave. It's not damn.
But
The rabbit
they're
planet
not
is so
going
much
to
better.
leave.
They're not gonna leave. They want to go back to the bunny world. The bunny world was so full of like flowers and rainbows.
She's
No, the cheese place was weird because the cheese people kept trying to throw them in jail, but they just kept eating their way out. These scientists have seen it all, and they want to go back to the rabbit world where everything was fluffy and nice, and it was just like running through a meadow of flowers. But now they're here, and they look out the window, and it's just nothing but storms and wind and ice and cold. It's so cold that like water instantly freezes, and there's even places that are so cold that the air itself starts to like liquidate and freeze and separate into nitrogen and air, and there's liquid nitrogen pools and liquid air and all sorts of crazy
it's
things.
just naturally occurring liquid nitrogen.
Yeah, because it's so cold. It freezes.
That is
freezes the
extremely
very
cold.
air. Freezes the very air. It's so cold. And then when like the clouds part, the sun shines through and like turns into a death beam that cuts its way through the ice and into the water. It starts to boil the water underneath the ice and starts to kill all the fish people, and and kills all the other people that are the scientist people. It's a very dangerous world. It's very
So it sounds like everything on this planet is just trying to kill everything else that's on the planet.
we should leave. We should leave this planet. This planet's crazy. We don't need to be here anymore. Get in the ship. We start the engines. DJ, where are we here right now? Go back we need to go back to the rabbit planet.
Okay. There's a lot of gold at the bottom of the planet, or titanium.
You didn't mention that there's a bunch of precious metals here. We could make money off of that.
Well, I kept saying that they're exploring and they're looking for stuff, and you never said, what are they looking for, or what is on this planet that they might find?
I was cold, and I ran out of hot cocoa. I'm ready to go. I want to go back to the rabbit planet or the cheese planet. I mean, they had it was
Pour yourself some more hot cocoa, and that's all good. All right, right.
I'm locked in. I'm locked in. We're gonna go get this gold, but there's a clear problem, and I think you know the problem.
Yes. What's the problem?
That we're gonna have to share it with everybody else, all the other scientists.
Yeah.
But the dinosaur fish aren't. Also, might be a problem.
So much of it that we can share with everyone.
Maybe all of the fish people have like jewelry, and it's made of like solid gold and precious materials.
And so the space people are looking for the mines that the people
Where are
found.
they getting all this stuff? Okay, so we capture a fish person.
Exactly.
He's in the holding cell. And by holding cell, he's in the fishbowl. A very large fishbowl.
He's in a water tank.
He's in a water tank. Okay?
But then you have to figure out the language, because he speaks whalese,
Right.
like Dory does. And
Oh, you know
the
whalese.
scientists have never seen Finding Nemo, so they don't know.
But
They don't know how to speak.
You study whalese. You know whalese. Here, talk to the fishman. He's right. We're scientists. We're a lab coat. We're back in the world. We're here. We're here. We're in lab coats. We're standing in this room. We're staring at this fish
I
bowl.
don't want to be here.
He's
It's cold.
Then neither does the fish guy. Look at him. Look at him in the water. Look at him swimming. He's staring at you. Look at him. He's talking to him.
Fine. He's used to it. He's lived his whole life.
You talk whalese. You studied this.
7.
You majored in world linguistics. You figured out.
You mean universal linguistics?
Yes. Perfect. See, this is why you're the smart one. Here, this is what you get talk. Okay. We interrogate the fish person. We got to learn where they're getting the gold.
Okay, there's a holy coral, not a coral, not
A
coral.
holy
There's
quarter.
a holy
Holy.
cave system
Hallelujah.
where they send all their elders to die.
Oh, dang.
When their elders get old, they say, "Okay, here's you have achieved oldness. You can go to this tunnel system."
You've achieved
And
oldness. Achievement accomplished.
so there are all these bones scattered about underwater in these caves, and it's basically like just a bunch of different kinds of precious metals lining the walls of the caves.
Yes.
And somehow I want it to be illuminated, like light shines down from the top,
No
and
bioluminescence.
then it hits all the
Oh,
metal
yeah.
thingies. And I know that when it's in ore form, it's not that shiny, but we can pretend like it is.
Okay.
And then it reflects and it lights the whole cave system with all sorts of crazy cool colors.
This is Ice World gold.
Yeah, it would be a lot
The
easier to
purest
see
form.
bioluminescence for sure.
Maybe the gold glows. Maybe the
Glowing gold.
it's glowing gold. Not only is it gold and highly valuable, but it glows. So that just adds more value. Okay, you have a golden ring. Sweet, like your golden ring's cool. My golden ring glows because I got it from the Death Ice World, the one that we should leave.
From Icelantis.
Icelantis. It's the world's name. Okay, I have an idea.
Shoot.
We go underneath the ice. We put a tracking device on the oldest looking fish person we can find. And then we follow it to the grave. Huh? It could work.
Yeah, it could work.
It could work.
We just have to find an old fish guy now.
All right, perfect. I have an idea.
That's it. No big deal.
I have an idea. Okay, we're gonna gather up all the scientists. We're gonna wait for them to attack a city to pillage it for all their like steel and metal and building materials. And we're gonna, instead of like them plundering and capturing our stuff, we're gonna plunder and capture them. And then it's catch and release though. We're not kidnapping anybody. We're gonna catch them and then we're gonna release them back into the water.
Catch them, tag them, send them back out.
Yep, that's it. That's all we're gonna do.
We're playing offense now.
We're playing offense. We got it. Cyber Sword.
Playing offense.
We gotta find the glowing gold. It glows, dude. It glows. Gotta find this gold.
Well, finding it's not the only problem. Then there's mining it.
We'll figure that out when we get down there.
You know how many? What did I call them? Octosquids. You know how many octosquids are in that water, or fish dinosaurs, or giant whales? It's a dangerous place, man.
Okay. All right. How do we get down there? What do you got? What's your idea?
A giant tube from the surface to the mouth of the cave,
And
that's insulated and
we
protected
okay
with heat panels.
So the fish people don't want to come close.
All of these things stay away from
like
the heat because they like
heat.
the cold.
They like
It's too hot for them.
Okay, perfect.
That would do it.
All right, so they build this giant,
and then they can use their ice drills to drill through the cave walls and get the ore, to mine the ore.
Boom, genius. Okay, it's already done. All right, we're at the bottom of this tube now. We're standing on the bottom of the ocean, looking into a cave as tons of gold reflects its light towards us, this bioluminescence. Do I got that right? Everything's good?
Yeah.
All right, but DJ,
everything's good.
We see in the back of the cave around the corner is a giant, massive below. No, it's just more gold, but like a lot of it, like a bunch of gold.
One eye.
We're getting to the eye.
Has an eye?
No, we get to the war. There's a massive cavern, and in the middle of the cavern, there is just a bed of gold. The whole thing's just gold and precious metals, and just piles on piles of gold, like a full cavern's worth. And laying
In the gold
is
a giant
it's a giant
water
dragon.
named
No, Mike.
Smjord.
No, we're gonna call him Ice. No, wait, we're gonna call him.
I think we already did this bit once.
I think we've done this bit, but I do like giant scary. So how about this? The fish people sacrifice their elderly to pacify the underwater god of death.
The Kraken? Cthulhu.
I've heard of Cthulhu. I think there's a cult around Cthulhu.
It's Lovecraft. I think Lovecraft came up with Cthulhu.
All right, good for them. We got to come up with our own thing.
Adapted it from some mythology. All right,
Crazy.
we're coming up with our own thing.
Oh, it's a dinosaur laser shark.
Oh, that's where the dinosaur laser shark is?
No, it's not the
All right, I'm here for it.
No. I don't know.
Have we established what a laser shark is yet?
No, we have. That was its side. That's a side tangent. That's on another.
Next time.
We're gonna do that next time. But
okay.
There is a massive dinosaur fish, just massive, like a titan, like huge.
It's a giant snake with wings and also legs, like a lizard, but it's a snake and it has a tail with a bunch of tentacles on it, like a hand. Ooh, but it's a tentacle hand. And it can also shoot fire, lasers, and ice. No, just never mind. Forget that.
Okay. New plan. It's a giant snake. It's a giant snake fish that has tons and tons of like tentacles coming off of its body. Oh, kind of like a centipede.
Like scales.
Oh.
Oh.
Do we like centipede? I was thinking like a centipede.
And it has wings.
No, it doesn't need wings underneath the water. It can have like these giant fins.
But that's the part. That's the scary part. Okay, you go. You disturb it. It sees you. You run to the tube. You shoot up the tube. You're like, we're above the water. We're safe. And it shoots through the ice, and it just starts flying.
Well, that's why it keeps the wings. They're tucked back behind its shoulder. No, that is terrifying. We're gonna keep the wings. The wings are good now. The wings are horrifying. So yeah, but so it has like tentacles and like it's this crazy like ancient creature, and it's on all of the gold. And your DJ, you have your giant flashlight and you shined it right in its eyes, and it woke up and it's staring at you.
What about this? Okay,
I'm already gone. I left. I ran away.
Fly eyes have like all the different surfaces. What if it has eyes like that, and each surface is a different eye?
Dude, it like opens its eye.
It has like,
and then it opens its eye,
eyes,
and then it opens its eye, and then opens its eye, and then opens its eye, and then it's like this one, just like so you're saying.
Oh
my goodness!
You shine the light on one eye, and it's just like a normal sized eye. So you're like, well,
then it like refracts into like 100 eyes. And all the eyes just focus in on you, DJ, because you're the only one there because I ran away.
Exactly. I'm like, what?
All my pockets are full of gold, though.
Which means I can run faster than you because I don't want gold.
Because gold's heavy. That's right. Maybe the tunnel's underneath the water. Maybe we're in like dual little like submarine pods and we're just like grabbing. I digress. So, the people, we're gathering gold. They have to run away very quickly, or the creature's going to kill them. Do I have that right?
Yes, you have that 100% right.
Can the people kill the creature, or is it too crazy?
Somehow.
Or do we want them to run
They
away?
can always kill me. I mean, maybe they run away for a little bit and then they come back and they kill it.
How about this? How about this? How about this? They just like you were saying, they get up back up to the top. They're fleeing for their lives. They get up to their spaceship city, and they say, I said I categorized the one scientist that's playing me at this time. Goes, I categorized everything as too dangerous. We should leave. It's too dangerous. We should leave. And when I say leave, I think we should leave right now. And the captain's like, I don't think we should leave. And then we show him what's chasing us, and he's like, okay, we leave. He's like, what about all the people living in all the villages? It's like, we will come back later. And so they take off in their giant city spaceship, but the thing breaks through the ice instantly. And it's like the thickest part of the ice. It breaks through the ice instantly. And then its wings open. It starts chasing the spaceship. And then like it like reaches up and like opens its massive mouth, and like its jaw like unlocks, and like it grabs onto the spaceship and is like holding onto it as the spaceship continues to go higher and higher. And then it gets tired and just like lets go, and it just falls back to the ice and floats. And then now the spaceship is above the world. And that's where my idea ends.
Or if we wanted to make it more scary,
More scary.
we could have the creature doesn't fall off because
He's in space.
all right, now stick with me.
Okay.
He's underwater, which means he doesn't need to breathe. And then he comes out into the air, which means he doesn't need to breathe. And then it's already excessively cold underwater where he is, which means maybe he can survive in space where it's excessively cold and where he can't breathe.
Oh my goodness. And then he pulls out 2 laser guns and he's like, psych, I'm the laser dinosaur shark.
And then what happens?
And all the scientists are like, well, we have awakened an ancient intelligent species. Clearly, it is a laser dinosaur shark thing that is snake that's probably going to take over the universe. So I think what we should do is
And then it cuts to like
blah.
6 months later, and there's just galactic war, and the laser dinosaur shark snake is just taking over everything in existence.
Yes.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Wow. That's just, oh my goodness. Maybe there's like a bunch of little baby dinosaur shark laser snakes, and they're like all the like, because maybe the creature was the queen and she was pregnant. And she had her babies.
Well,
And they're also intelligent ancient creatures that have lasers. And now they're taking over the universe.
that sounds like we got a little bit off topic and onto a different story.
No, I like it. It was good. The progression was there. You gotta keep the listeners guessing. They need to know.
Yeah, never let them know your next move.
Never let them know our next move. We clearly know the next move, right? Like we write all these episodes out in advance. Very, very detailed,
Yeah.
right, DJ? You wrote it down?
Very deep.
You wrote out all
Basically just read off of the script.
Yeah,
that we
it's
have written.
fully scripted, right? DJ, you wrote down the script, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay,
Definitely.
and every beat, every story beat is perfectly timed and perfectly executed.
We go.
I equivocate this to.
All right, that seems like a good place to
No, I need to make this
wrap
analogy.
it up.
I need to make an analogy. Not equivocate.
Okay,
The
make your
equivalent.
analogy.
The equivalent of this world crafting podcast is like watching 2 people fall down a mountain. DJ does it gracefully, and I just try to survive. That's my compliment to DJ, because he's the best.
Wow, thank you.
Mhm.
feel so honored to be complimented like
Yes.
that by you.
Yes.
All right.
The last.
I think that's
That's all of it. That's all we got.
so
Everybody that was listening, thank you. You can leave now. You guys are awesome. You guys are the best. You guys are the greatest. We also have sponsors, but you guys are the greatest. So if you want to stay, what do you want to say to the people? People, wait. DJ's gonna say something. It's an announcement. It's an announcement.
Yes, thank you for listening. Go ahead and if you want to listen to some of our other episodes, we have quite a few on here these days, I think. Some of them are pretty good, and some of them are pretty chaotic, but hopefully they are entertaining, if nothing else, maybe inspirational to spur your own creativity and come up with your own ideas and whatever else it might happen. Yeah, that's what I have to say.
That's very nice. Can all the crowd in the back give DJ some golf claps?
All right, let's go ahead. Do sponsors.
Okay, let's do some sponsors. We're sponsored by Crazy People.
We're sponsored by a tabletop RPG game that Ezekiel knows all about.
I love tabletop RPGs. You know, I story direct for a tabletop RPG.
This one.
And I run the gaming system called Incredible Quest. It is so incredibly simple, and at the same, actually, I'd say simple. It's easy to understand, but incredible, and also deep at the same time. You ask, how is that? We're still making it up. It's yet to be released at this time, but it's a D20 system similar to D&D and Pathfinder. It lets you build any sort of character and world that you can imagine. And that's where that is. But I also know that there's an author who has a book that's out right now on Amazon. DJ, what's that book called?
It's called The Zebulon Dagger.
And who wrote it?
It's written by Nathan Wayne.
Nice.
Nathan Wayne. And he has a couple of books on there, or 3 of them, I guess. But The Zebulon Dagger is about these individual mercenaries and other people of such occupation who are hired to find the Zebulon Dagger and to steal it, and because it has special powers, and it's full of twists and turns and unforeseen things, just like our podcast here.
Wait,
no one
the
knows.
Zebulon Dagger is just like this podcast, so it's an ice world with laser sharks?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Dude, I'm going to pick up 2.
No.
Dude, I'll have the link down in the description for everybody who wants to read.
Fantasy novel?
No, it's fantasy.
Like, yes.
Fantasy.
Space.
Clearly, everyone that's
shark.
listening to this podcast hates fantasy. I'm being sarcastic. This is the most fantasy podcast that's out in the world at the moment. I think I'll actually stand by that statement. This is the most fantasy podcast in the world.
It's certainly a very unique podcast.
I
don't know of any other type of media that's doing what we're doing.
Nobody would be crazy enough to go into a podcast with the script that we have and do what we do. I can read my script. My script says
sentence that we have.
Yeah, with the start recording, come up with idea, expound upon idea, make idea more crazy. Never
enough crazy.
Never enough crazy. That's all I have, DJ. Do you have anything else?
All right, let's wrap it up.
Okay, I'll hit the beat. You hit the rap. You gotta start rapping it up.
Join us again next time when we talk about laser shark dinosaur shark lasers, or not.
And they're bleeding alive.
Who knows?
Yeah. We're gonna.
We don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Okay. Bye.